Coming up on tonight's special one-hour edition of Sports Corner, KSU softball pitcher Kylie Reynolds is live in studio to talk about this team's early success. Plus, James sits down with Kristen, Peters, and Jill Kowalski to recap Kent's MAC tournament title.
Also, Randy and our Sports Corner Pick'em panel break down every division in Major League Baseball and gives their top picks in the world of fantasy baseball. Stay tuned. Your first one-hour episode of Sports Corner begins right now.
Welcome to episode number 6, the first ever hour-long edition of Sports Corner, Kent State's student-produced sports recap show. Over the next hour, our Sports Corner team of reporters will bring you interviews from both KSU gymnastics and softball teams and a complete breakdown of the 2008 Major League Baseball season.
Also, Kenny Brown from Black Squirrel Radio and Jeff Russ from the Daily Kent Star will join us to debate this week's top headlines in the nation's sports. But first, John, Gino Ford rumors.
That's true. Rumors surfaced late Friday that Kent State men's basketball coach Jim Christian could be leaving. It would be the end of Coach Christian's 6-year era. KSU's athletic department confirmed those rumors on Saturday, and now the Associated Press is reporting Gino Ford will be the next head coach at Kent State. KSU's athletic department will be holding a press conference tomorrow at 11 a.m. to address the issue. Log on to KentNewsNet.com and tune in to TV2 News tomorrow for full coverage of the press conference.
Well, we got a couple reporters. That's interesting. Finally, some weight off Gino Ford's shoulders.
That's true. The much anticipated. A lot of people thought that Gino Ford would be the coach, and it looks like it will be now. Well, James, the softball team also had a successful weekend. They brought out the brooms on Sunday in hopes of a 2-game sweep against Toledo. Sunday's game was a breeze with a 6-0 win, but Saturday's game was a little more dramatic. Let's check this out as someone got the video for this game, and I think that was
myself and Drew Beata. Big game. Kylie Reynolds was starting in that game. She 2 in a row. Here we go.
Here we go. First inning. Kylie Reynolds gets the strikeout, victim number 1. There's another one. Caught her looking. Kylie had it going on. She would have 8 total strikeouts in the game. This one, bases loaded. Frozen pizza right there. Kylie Reynolds is on fire.
Only 2 hits in the game.
And this is where Kent State finally gets some action. Runners on first. Jermaine gets the base hit. Runners at the corners. And this is where it gets tricky. Not pictured here. Get the fly ball into center field.
Day.
Drops in, scoring the only run of the game.
That's all she'd need.
Ruled a double. That's right. All Kylie would need, and finally gets a strikeout right here. Kent State goes on to win. Kylie Reynolds, 7 innings pitched, complete game, 2 hits, 8 strikeouts. Kent State wins this one 1-0. Congratulations to the ladies.
Big sweep of Toledo. Big stuff for Kent State going on in softball. Like we said, we'll have her on later.
In just a little bit.
But from one good thing going for sports to another one, another MAC championship is back at Kent State University. The KSU gymnastics team won the MAC title over the weekend. They were hosting the championship at the MAC Center. Kristen Peters scored a 9.9 on bars and beam, and tied teammate Lydia Barrett with a 9.75 on the bars. Senior Jill Kowalski placed 4th with a 9.725 on the bars. Now overall, the Flashes scored an impressive 195.650, with second place going to Eastern Michigan with a score of 193.800.
A lot of numbers.
A lot of numbers. I love gymnastics readers. After the big MAC title, 4 Flashes made the All-MAC team. Christina Lenny and Rachel Stuck also joined Peters and Barrett, as mentioned before, and it's the 4 players making the All-MAC team. And head coach Bryce Biggin also received recognition by winning MAC Coach of the Year.
Congratulations to the ladies. I'm a little excited for the regionals coming up here.
Yeah, all the way down.
What's going to happen there and how well they're going to do.
We'll debate that a little later. But first, Randy's here with our Player of the Week. Randy, take it away.
Randall.
Guys, thanks much. Gabrielle Burns, congratulations. You are this week's KSU Athlete of the Week. The senior pitcher tallied a 2-1 record, 1 save, and 20 strikeouts in 5 games this weekend. The team will be in action Wednesday afternoon against Robert Morris. Still to come on Sports Corner, Gabrielle's teammates Kylie Reynolds will be in studio to talk about the team's early season success. And Jeff Russ and downtown Kenny Brown will join us for Sports Corner's first ever Convergence Debate segment. But first, James Buckley sits down with Kristen Peters and Jill Kowalski. Sports Corner returns right after this.
Welcome back to Sports Corner. Earlier today, I had a chance to sit down with Kristen Peters and Jill Kowalski, 2 seniors of the Kent State gymnastics team, to see how the team is reacting to its big MAC championship tournament win. MAC champions after this weekend.
It's great. I mean, we haven't won it in a few years, so it's finally back with us, the title of being MAC champs, and it's just an awesome feeling. So.
And I think it's like a perfect ending. It's like a fairy tale ending since we're like seniors, and I don't know. It's just the fact that we got to perform at home too is like the perfect note to end on. Perfect way to remember winning.
You guys went undefeated in the MAC this year. Talk about how hard it is mentally, to travel on the road and also be able to win at home and on the road.
It's hard mentally, but afterwards you kind of just like get in the rhythm of it, and I think it's harder when you're like underclassmen and still getting used to it, but since we've had experience, it's not. I mean, we're pretty used to it by now, and really you just got to do what you do anywhere. It's the same equipment, so.
You just compete like you practice. That's how we train, so just got to look at it that way.
Your coach, Bryce Biggin, your coaching staff, how have they helped you over your years at Kent State University, especially obviously winning a MAC championship, but just talk about his coaching techniques. How is he able to motivate you guys on a daily basis?
He's very supportive and motivating to everyone.
Yeah, and he stays calm most of the time, so it keeps your nerves down, but when it is a very serious moment, he'll let you know, and he just always gets the point across and knows exactly how to word everything.
How close is this team compared to teams in the past that you guys been at Kent State?
It's one of the closest teams we've had since we've been here. It's just like you always have your ups and downs, and I mean there's always conflicts here and there, but it just shows like we are able to come together, and it just shows the character of the team and how close we really did become over the years. So.
It's such a team sport, you talk about teams, it's every single person has to do their individual thing. Can you talk about that? Because, everyone knows, basketball, football, but gymnastics, everyone has their one thing that they have to do well. How important is that as a team to make sure everyone's on board?
Every time you're up on the equipment, you have to make sure you're mentally focused and ready to go. I mean, you can have your mistakes here and there because we're allowed to have one mistake and slip up, but that one person, you got to be focused.
You guys are seniors, you guys kind of more of the vocal leaders on your team. Who do you see stepping up next year, probably in a senior role and a leadership role on the team?
I think we have a lot of underclassmen and juniors that can fulfill like leadership positions. Rachel Stuck, Amanda, Lacey are great juniors that I feel have stepped up a lot, and Lydia Barrett is a sophomore.
How are you guys preparing for regionals down in Louisiana?
Really, we're just training like we have been, I think. Like we have for Max, we're just taking the same mindset and approach.
What are your expectations for the regional meet? Do you guys have a set goal that you guys have put out individually, or just team, or both?
Team-wise, we have a goal of placing in the top 3. That's what Bryce said to us yesterday, and we talked about, and it's definitely a very realistic goal. So.
You guys are both seniors. What do you think you're going to miss most about the team and just the whole area in general at Kent State University?
Everything.
Yeah. I really don't know how it's going to feel after. It hasn't really hit me yet, but
Yeah.
I know I'm going to be lost and going to miss this place a lot.
Yeah.
It means a lot, and I know us both and everyone here has a lot of Kent pride, so it's going to be tough.
You guys are seniors.
James, glad to see that these ladies are actually really focused and getting ready to go for the regional.
I got that sense from they have Bryce. Coach Bryce is really hitting hard. You got to stay focused, even though you've already won the MAC championship.
That's right. Well, coming up after the break, Kylie Reynolds sits down with Drew Beata and Lizzie Petrini to talk about her success and the year of the success of the team. And Randy Zimnick and the Sports Corner Pick'em panel will debate every division winner of the 2008 Major League Baseball season. Stay tuned.